So, hello everyone. Thank you for joining today's workshop. I am very excited for today's use case as well. And I hope that today's workshop will be fruitful to your time and, worth your follow along. All right. So, for today, we are building on a very different and very side of use case, and I'm pretty excited for that. This use case kind of appeals to the business leaders who are in process of reinventing the whole customer experience and enhance it in a way. All right. Before we deep dive into what we are building today and what we will be doing throughout the workshop, there's some housekeeping rules I quickly want to go through. First is that I am expecting that the audience we have and the participants we have here today, some might be very experienced in the agent building process, some might be pretty much new to the process. So I will keep things simple. If my pace matches yours, that's well and good. I hope that you would follow along with me. But I have also shared an instruction guide of Get Started here in the chat. So, in case you want to just get a bit more, fast paced, you can do that definitely. All right. That's about it. I have also put in the Slido link for your comments or your doubts throughout the workshop. Feel free to drop them there and I will pick that up. Apart from that, I would also like to mention that we are opening up our agentic platform for you to self-explore. So, in case you want an agentic platform and you want to explore, please drop your email ID. And if you want to explore it with your team, do drop in their emails as well. I will get it enabled immediately. My email is in the chat below. All right, perfect. That's about it. And now we are good to get started. So at first, basically, we all have heard about agents, right? And I have taken a lot of workshops in this past few months on building different agents on different business use cases, as well as use cases that interest me. And so the question boils down to what are agents, right? In very simple terms, the agents are orchestrators, and the agent kind of mimics all of the human qualities, right? We have LLM that acts as the brain on one side, and we have the tools that kind of gives them the hands and enables them to perform tasks, take actions, right? So this is mostly in a very plain, simple English is what agent is basically. All right. Next, since this is a workshop, I would really request you to do a follow along with me. And if you are willing to do a follow along, please click on the link of Get Started here, which I have shared in the chat, which will bring you to this page. And from here, you can launch your builder access. I will also provide you the credentials on this workshop. So please just open this page and get ready to put in um, the credentials. All right. This is a quick intro about me. I am Aharna and I am today's workshop lead, and I am also the developer advocate at Drona HQ. And any questions that you have regarding building agents, connecting different tools, how you should write your instructions, please definitely drop them for me. And next, we also have explained some of the concepts which really comes up very frequently while you are building an agent. This kind of keeps your head straight and tells you like what each thing does. Next, we have also created the agent template, which you can view. And for today's agent, we will be building a bookstore agent. And basically, it'll kind of reinvent the whole customer experience from start to finish. What bookstores are missing these days, even if it has adopted to the AI side of thing, is missing the user intent, which I think becomes really important. And that is a quality that the humans actually have to understand the user intent. And that is what this agent is aiming towards, is understanding the user intent, reading your previous histories, basically having the memory of your previous order history or the books that you have already browsed, the ratings that you might have given, right? And following on those preferences also give you some recommendations and search through the real-time inventory for the availability of that book in the stock. All right. And I have also added the additional real world events. So in case like you have a great bookstore and there's like events that you're hosting, let's say murder mystery or puzzle solving or a book reading, right, that the customers can participate. So the agent also fetches all of those events and keeps your customer up to date in real time. Apart from that, here you can copy the agent instructions. The agent instruction is broken down into very simple step one, step two process. I always follow like a very structured format of where are the data sources, where to go, which tools to map at what step. So it becomes really important. If your instructions are clear, then your agent doesn't hallucinate or give you a result that you don't want, right? So the clarity is very important while you're building an agent to get the answer you want. Apart from that, I have also listed the tools that we will be using in this workshop. So, yeah, that's just about it. And in case you would like to check out our previous workshop playlist, feel free to do that on our YouTube channel. And I have also put down a list of agent instructions of the agent that we have built in our past few workshops. So, if you want to build on those use case in your own time, feel free to do so. And yeah, that's about it. I think we are good to get started. So once we are on this page, you just launch the agent builder from here, which will, since I have already logged in, it brings me to the agentic platform directly, but it'll probably open up the sign up page, and we will do the sign up at first. So this is the workshop sign up credentials that you can use on the studio to log in. I will pause here for 5 seconds so that you can get this in and everyone can be on the same page before we deep dive into the workshop.
Hi, Aharna. If you could just go over the steps once again for some of the audience, what they
Oh,
need to
yeah,
follow.
sure. Sure, sure. Okay. Let me repeat it once more from the top, right? So I have already put down the get started here link in the chat from where it will bring you to this page. And from here, you can launch the builder access and it will get you to the sign up page where you just use these credentials to log in. And apart from that, on the agent workshop guide, we have also noted down a few of the very simple concepts of triggers, tools, and what it does, and basically explain also like what are agents. And in that page only, we have also listed our agent instruction that is copy pastable. So you just copy from here and put in into your agent. We have also listed the number of tools that we are using and which tools. So that's something that will help you along this process, and a basic definition of the agent that we are going to build today. So for an agent to work, it needs to understand what it needs to do, right? So we have broken it down into a few layers. So let's say you are a user and you are at a bookstore and you have opened this agent on your mobile and you have said, ki, hey, I have read Atomic Habits last, and so what do you recommend next? What should I buy? Right? This prompt will get your agent triggered, and the agent understanding your user intent, whether you want to buy, whether you are here just to explore, if you are here to attend community events, will go through all of these layers. So first is your context orchestrator. What it basically does is goes through your order history. So let's say for me, I am Aharna, right? And let's say I have bought 5 books in that store before, and they obviously come under some category of genre. So it'll let's say I have a preference for thrillers, and the past 5 books I have bought are thrillers, right? So the agent automatically knows that okay, Aharna likes thrillers, right? It'll go through the customer profile, maybe I like thrillers and fantasies, go through my order history and identify my taste patterns. Next, it'll go to the recommendation engine where it'll also see the books that I have bought may have something in common, right? Apart from the genres. Maybe they have the author in common, the ratings I have put for other books, maybe, right? Or the stock availability, if the book that it is going to recommend is available at the stock or not, right? So that becomes the recommendation layer. And next becomes the inventory and events layer. In the inventory layer, so let's say there are 5 books that the agent wants to recommend me, but maybe the 3 books are available in that location of the bookstore and 2 books are not available in that, but in some other region, right? So the agent brings in the whole context and provides that information to the customer in the chat only. And apart from that, it also nudges. Uh, sorry. Yeah. Apart from that, we also have our agent nudge our customers for the upcoming community events. And the final layer, which is basically the action layer, determines whether the customer wants to order the book, by the recommended book. So let's say I want to buy the book on any thriller, so it'll reserve the book, place the order. It'll also store the order information in HubSpot or any of the inventory and order list that you might have, maybe let's say Zoho Books or Zoho CRM. And at last, it'll also send the invitation for an event that you might have signed up for. So these are mostly the layers that the agent goes through, but we will also see this in action. I will take a bit of pause so that you can read this, and then we will move ahead to the agent building process. I hope that everyone was able to log in. So once you have launched the builder and you have signed in, you will see that this is the agentic platform that I was talking about on Rona HQ, and this is how it looks like. Here you can see all of the agents that have been built so far, and we have also newly made this agent templates available. So we have a few of the templates like operations, development, marketing, and customer service, which you can also explore and see for yourself. And if you want a more customized format, do contact our team. Perfect. And yeah, that's about it. And next, if I had to show you a demo before diving in, so before the workshop, I obviously prepared, and this is how my agent usually looks like. So yeah, this is opened. Perfect. So in here you can see that we have the agent instruction right here. So we have this preview format as well, which basically understands the markdown if you are writing that way, the instruction. And I have also broken down into simple steps. So for example, the core, I have written down the core principles of it to follow this some strict rules, and the data sources that I have listed so far. The interaction flow, I have also made it. And in the first step, it needs to identify the customer, right? So an agent can recommend any book to any customer, but to get more contextually aware of the order history, of the taste patterns, of the genres you like, it needs to get an access to the order history or loyalty tier or the customer profile, right? So for that, it needs to look up the customer from the customer table and the order table. All right. So that's how you identify the customer. Then the next step is understanding the user intent. User intent can include like genre preference, author preference, the mood the customer is in, or event inquiry or a purchase request. Next, what it'll do is it'll fetch some rules. Basically, if you are going to purchase, it is going to do a -1 from the inventory and add that order to the order sheet and HubSpot. And next is I have also recommended a response format, but you can like customize this according to your use case. And next, I have also mentioned this additional events rule. so that nothing goes wrong. And next is, if the customer is interested in attending the event that was suggested by the agent, it can do so, and the agent will get the customer registered and send the invitation via a Gmail to the customer's email. And yeah, that's about it, that's mostly it. And I have here also incorporated the HubSpot CRM. Basically, all of the orders will get registered in the HubSpot. All right, that's about it. I have also mentioned some error handling rules so that I do not leave out any of the use edge cases for this agent, and this agent can perform properly. All right. So what I'm going to do is, don't worry, I'm going to build it from start. Uh, all I'm going to do is just copy this agent instruction. So if you have opened this page, you will be able to see you can copy the agent instruction from here. So I'm just going to click on copy, and then I'm going to click on new agent, add agent, and then I'm going to first off paste my instruction here. Just note that just because I have already given the information doesn't mean you need to also use this information. How I have made this information is, I have just gone to ChatGPT or Claude, and then I listed the things that I want this agent to do. And after brainstorming it, ChatGPT has provided me with this amazing agent instruction, and that's how you basically, you know, pick up the agent instruction for any of your agent, right? It's pretty simple. You just need to have the clarity on what the agent is supposed to do and how would you handle each of the cases. All right. Just one request from my side is that whenever you're building a new agent, if you could mention your name in the description so that no one else kind of messes with it, would be great. All right. So I'm going to name this agent as Bookstore Agent. Okay. And in the description, I'm just going to mention my name. All right. Next is, we are going to select a model. So I'm going with OpenAI. If you are going with Gemini or Anthropic, that's completely up to you. And then we can also select the kind of model we are going for. I'm just going to keep this simplistic for now.
Hi, Aharna. Sorry to jump in. Let's
No
just
problem.
take a pause here to ensure that whoever is following along are able to find the instructions that they're supposed to use. If you can just navigate there once again, I'll send the link in the group for everybody.
Mhm. So in case you've joined in late, no worries, I've got you covered. So we have put in the start here link in the chat. And if you open that link, you will be navigated to this page. From here, basically, you launch the agent builder. So you just click on launch builder and then you can get started. I will also share the credentials. So if you have clicked on launch builder, this is the credentials.
Perhaps we
You can
can move
also,
on to the next step, Aharna, where they can also find the instructions that they can use within the agent. Yes.
right. Yeah, sure, sure. So once you have kind of logged into the agentic platform, what you're going to do next is, you're just going to scroll down, and in the agent template section, you can see the agent that we are building, and we have also made the agent instruction available. So you just hit copy, and that will get it copied, and you just go ahead to add new agent, and once it's done, you just copy your instruction over here like I have. It's pretty simple, and if you also go through the agent instruction, you'll be able to understand the flow of the agent. So yeah, and the tools that we are going to connect for this agent also has been mentioned in the guide. So if you scroll a bit more down after the agent instruction ends, we have also included the list of tools that we are going to add for this agent. Now I have created my data source links in forms of Google Sheet and HubSpot, but please feel free to modify these and make your own Google Sheet so that there's no clash of data. You can just ask maybe chat gpt to provide you with the sample data in the format that I have, and that will do the job. I hope we can move on from this.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
perfect. Thank you, Gayatri. All right. Okay. Now, once we are done till this step, our next step becomes adding hands to our agent to do the task, right? So, what we are going to do is we are going to add our tools. So at first, the tool that we are going to add is pretty evident that we can go ahead and add our Google Sheet, where I have basically used it for inventory. In case you are using anything else for inventory, for your order list, you can go ahead and add that. So for inventory, I have used Google Sheet, and for orders, I've used HubSpot. So I just go and add one by one. So you can go ahead to Ready Tools. From Add Tools, go to Ready Tools, and here you can only see the Google Sheet right at the top, so you do not have to search. Okay, perfect. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Batch Get Spreadsheet, and one other is Append, and yes, append values to the spreadsheet. All right, and the next one I'm going to add is update spreadsheet values. Now, one cautionary note is that while you're building your agent and you're adding your tools, it's recommended that you do not overburden your agent with a lot of toolkits, uh, as we also have a limit of the toolkits that we can add in different tiers as well. So just keep that in mind so that you can use your credits wisely. All right, so these three are the toolkits that we have connected under the Google Sheet. I hope that uh, this was doable. Next, what we're also going to add is our HubSpot. So, all right, and in here, we are going to add create contact, uh, then create a deal, products. These are the four tools that you need to connect. As you can see, I've not connected my HubSpot to this account. That was intentional. I would like to show you how you can just connect your tools. Yeah. So these are the few toolkits. I'll just pause for 1 second so that you can just add all of these tools in case you're doing a follow along. Last tool I'm going to add is connect my Gmail.
Aharna, at
Yes.
this point, let's just share the resources that you're using, the data source links, for people who are trying along. They are unable to access it. If there is an
Okay.
where they can find it, please do that.
These data sources, you mean? So I think they are pretty much open. Okay, let me quickly check. All right, give me some time. think you can access these data sources because I have, 1 second, sorry. Think that is the same case. Uh, give me 1 second. Yeah, I think you can access these data sources. So all of the Google Sheets, I have made them available so that anyone can access with their links. I'll just still check. And you can connect these data sources. No problem in that. All right. Okay. These are the 4 sheets that I've connected so that you can see how the agent works cross tools. All right. Editor. So all the permissions are fine. Next, what we're going to do is, second, yeah, okay, great. Uh, yeah, we can also connect our HubSpot, right? In case you do not have HubSpot, maybe you can, kind of skip that step. The agent will still work just fine with the 2 tools. Do not worry, I have configured my agent in that way only so that it works with and without HubSpot. But with HubSpot, it creates the legit order system that usually real world bookstores follow. All right. So once you're ready to connect your tool, you just click ahead on connect and via auth. And here you just put in your account name. So let's say I put in my initials and click on create account. This basically opens up. So create 1 second. Just give me 1 second. All right. Okay. Yeah. So once you have written down your account name, you're just going to click on create account. And just 1 second, there's some network issue from my side. Let me do it. So what we'll do is we'll connect again. So this was initiated. Let me delete this and start afresh. Put in my account name, click on create account, and sign in. I'll use Google and connect my account from here. That'll get me logged in, and that's all. Skip for now. Okay. Okay. As you can see, once we have connected the tool, it will show you the authentication successful message. And that means that you have successfully connected. Now, if I do a quick refresh, you'll be able to see that my tool has been connected successfully. 1 second. This. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Uh, so my HubSpot is connected as well. Next, what I'm going to connect is my email. So from here, I'm going to. Okay. So from here, you just select the send email, and that's it. These are pretty much the tools that you would require. In case you do not have the HubSpot account, that is still fine. Just select the Google Sheet and the Gmail. That will do the job. And you will be able to see the whole thing. Just in case you're not using the HubSpot, I would recommend that you delete this step. Second, yes, this HubSpot CRM integration. So if you just delete this step, then it is fine. Your agent will perform well. All right. Okay. Now that our agent has been connected to the LLM and to the tools, we have also named the agent, added the agent instruction. Now it is time for us to test out the agent. I hope so far there has been no hiccups. I'll still just wait and check in case you have any questions before we get ahead and start testing this agent out. Are we good to go?
Yes, Arun.
Okay. Thanks so much. All right. Now our agent is ready and it is ready to get tested out. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my playground and let's say, okay, let's say I have read Atomic Habits. All right. And I want a recommendation for my next book that I'm looking for to buy. Okay. Hey, I have read. mm, okay, actually, I like thrillers, so let's go with a thriller. So I've read The Girl on the Train. Okay. Perfect. I'm gonna hit enter. So as you can see, for the customer identification, it is asking my email ID for understanding the customer, so that it can make the experience better. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and share my email. This is a dummy account, and I'm just gonna hit enter. So right now the agent is referencing uh, customer sheet. All right. So as you can see, it has suggested me three books based on my preference. So I usually like thrillers, like really as a person. So it has suggested The Silent Patient, Malice, and Night House. Now, if I just quickly take you to the order sheet, just to show you something. 1 second, let me copy this link. This. So as you'll be able to see that while I was testing out my agent before, I've bought these four books, all right? And these four books have not been recommended, although they are all thrillers, but they have not been recommended by my engine. So there is this strict rule that my agent cannot recommend the books that I've already bought. So that really shows that the agent is syncing all of my customer history to make my experience better and not recommending a repeated stuff, right? All right. Now let's say I want to buy Malice. Okay. So let's say great. And as you can see, it has also provided me a like a reason like why I would like it. So okay, great. I have heard good things. Malice. I want to buy it. Okay. And yes, hit enter. As you can see, no matter how you say it to the agent, you do not have to use the perfect keywords and hope for the agent to like understand, like not understand and based on a rule, just give you some recommendations. No, like if you use the natural language, just type it in plain English and the agent understands what you really mean and what kind of things that you like, at least in this use case, and doesn't do repetitive stuff, right? And this is all due to the agent instruction that we have structured. All right. So as you can see, since I expressed my interest in buying the book Malice, it has updated the sheet and also created a deal on HubSpot. And this is my order, and it has been centralized through HubSpot, and it is also recommending that would I like to join a thriller readers meetup on 15th Feb. So let's say I do want to join that book event. I just say yes. Yes, Regis. Okay. I want. Perfect. And I will just hit enter. And as you can see that our agent has gotten me registered for the event. All right. So now if I just quickly show you what changes it has done throughout different sheets, HubSpot and stuff. So if I go to the book orders, and as you can see, perfect. That I have ordered Malice, and I think Naveen, who is also building alongside with me, has also bought the Malice book, the same book, right? Perfect. All right. I hope that they don't get out of stock right about now. Okay, great. And as it does that, it also modifies the numbers in the inventory so that the inventory has been tracked in real time. And we can also further, if we want to modify the agent, can also add that if the inventory reaches to a minimum limit, say let's say 5 books are remaining in the stock, it can automatically alert, let's say the vendors, to send in more books for the inventory to keep running, right? So these are some of the extensions that we can build around this use case. And further we can also increase more like features in it as you do the brainstorm, right? And for the final step, I'll just quickly show you the email for me to get registered in that event that it is probably sent. So let me quickly do the refresh. Okay. So test was my account name. Not to worry. If you are sending it from your account, your probably account name will appear. And as you can see, it has sent me all of the details and also have quoted the book that is going to be featured in that event. Right. So this is how you can build your own agent that reinvents the customer experience in a bookstore. Now this is just not for just a bookstore, but it can become like of the any retail experience, right? Yeah. And I would also like to take a pause right now, in case you have any doubts. Feel free, in case I need to go over any steps, feel free to say that as well. Just to summarize, what we have done so far is Once you have launched the builder, you can just go ahead and just copy the agent instruction from here. I have pretty much structured it so that you don't have to do anything more. You just copy, and once you have copied the instruction, you add a new agent from our agentic platform, and then you just paste the instruction right about here. The instructions is pretty much simple. If you read along, you'll be able to understand. It has quite a few steps, and after you have added the agent instruction as well, I do prefer that you name your agent and along with your own name, so that we can understand who has built this one. And next, we have also selected the model. I have selected OpenAI in my case, but you can also go ahead with Gemini or Anthropic. And after that, I have added the hands to my agent, which basically are the tools. So for me, I am using three tools for this agent. First is my Google Sheet, which keeps track of the inventory. Alternatively, you can also use Airbase or Base for instead of Google Sheets, if that's what you're already using. Next is I have also included HubSpot to keep track of my orders. So if you already have and also already use HubSpot, then it will be great for you to keep track on there. If you are not using the HubSpot and you would like to pick an alternative, I would say stick with Google Sheets or maybe Airbase or like Bastro. And next, for the registration of the event of community events, I have also provided a Gmail. Right now, I could have also used the Gmail to send a confirmation of purchase order, which is something that you might brainstorm and just add it in the agent, and the agent will do so. Now, the few tips that I have shared throughout this workshop is, while you're building your agent, you should remember that you should not overburden the agent with a lot of toolkits, right? If you're using in a free tier, you have a tool limit, so you can use up to like 10 tools or 15 tools. So you should be able to select the tools that you will be using for that agent. For the instruction, keep it structured, keep it simple. Do not overburden with a lot of language. Keep it direct to the point. List all of the data sources maybe in one section. Core principles, some strict rules how the agent should respond to the customer, to the user in natural language in a very humanized form, so that it gives the feel and the vibe that you're already talking to a human. And then a few of the steps that the agent needs to go through to go on all of these experience. And at the last, it is highly preferred that you also add a error handling rules of how it should handle the edge cases if it appears. And that's about it. That mostly sums up this agent. And in case you also have knowledge base that you would like to add, it's pretty simple. Excuse me. So you just go ahead and click on add knowledge base, and you can simply just add the knowledge base from there. All right. So I hope that this was pretty easy for you to follow. If you have any doubts, please drop them in Slido. And if you want to self-explore our Drona HQ's agentic platform, feel free to drop your email or your collective email in my email that we have mentioned in the chat, which is aharna@dronahq.com, and I will get you the access immediately. Please feel free to drop any questions, or if you're building any agent along with me, if you have done a follow along, we can also do a showcase of your agent and see how this is working out for you. I'll be happy to do that as well. Also, please do not forget to add your name in the description of the agent so that we know who is building the agent. And you can also keep track which agent you're building and keep a track of the progress you've made so far. All right. And you can further explore around this use case or any of the use case that you might have in mind. Feel free to explore with the credits that we have given. We have provided the access. And that's about it. Thank you for joining today's workshop. If you have any doubts, please drop them in Slido. I'll just wait for 2-3 more minutes. And yeah, that sums up our workshop for today. See you in the next one.